So RISE is a really special research initiative because it has a longer term perspective. A lot of research grants are really short, they're 3 years, and over 3 years you really couldn't expect to see system level change. But I think the way that RISE is funding programs that will go over 5 or 6 years really has a huge opportunity to see how to allow us to see how systems transform over time.
So I think RISE is exciting because there is an attempt to look at a whole system and at pieces of the system and how they fit or don't fit together. There's plenty of research studies often that look at a couple of characteristics and research them deeply, or use methods that allow them to go in great detail into a couple of questions. I think what RISE is doing is forcing people to think about, even if not countrywide, but at least system-wide in a much broader way, and forcing the researchers to really look at multiple methods by which they can explore these interconnections.
I think there are 3 reasons why the RISE program is really transformational. The first thing is that in the past we've always done research on small-scale initiatives that mean we don't get a good understanding of what would make a difference for the entire population of a country. And the second reason is that we've often done research just in single disciplines. And the amazing thing about RISE is you've brought world-class leaders together, academics together, across many disciplines: economics, psychology, sociology, political science, and they're working as a united team behind a government lead. And the third thing is the really strong links that these academics have managed to foster through both southern and northern partnerships, so that this research is embedded in the political realities of the countries, where ministers themselves are actually behind the reforms and are interested in the evidence that's being and going to be produced by the RISE program.
I think what RISE can do is the following. I think in confronting that learning crisis, there have been some very positive efforts at small scale. So, for example, some of the work that my institute has been doing has gotten kids to learn how to read 100% better, but in a few hundred schools. What RISE can do is help us do that in all schools.
RISE as a success means that in a generation, kids will be emerged from the education system equipped for the world they face, whereas on the current business as usual path of improvement and learning, it will be 100 to 150 to 200 years in many countries before they're really producing children equipped even for the current situations we face. So when RISE is a success, we hope to be able to help countries accelerate their pace of learning, so that rather than being 6 generations before we have adequate learning, we can do it in a generation.